Hola amigos investors, my name is Juan Estrella and I'm going to talk about MICRON Technology Inc. So let's get started. Okay, so MICRON Technology is a semiconductor company that develops and makes memories and store solutions. It develops and manufactures memories and storage technologies used in the personal computers, networks, data centers, and the automotive industry. So basically, the key factors for this specific company basically are basically is 5G, AI, cloud, and new game consoles. So that's why it's increasing the revenue for Micron Technology. Okay, so let's go to the numbers. In this case, we have a PE ratio of 32.57. As a kind reminder, I just get this information from finviz.com. Now the forward PE it's 10.77. This is a simulation that in the future, at least in the next year, we will have a PE ratio and a future PE ratio of 10.77. So just keep in mind that less than 20, that's a very good sign, at least on my case. That's the reason I prefer to choose stocks less than 20, unless there is a high growth stocks and they may have a pretty good future. And the price to book, we have currently 220. If you pay for each $2 for 20 cents, in case that this company well can go to the bankruptcy, and this you will receive only $1. Just to keep in mind, okay? And now in the insiders ownerships, basically right now we just have a 0.20% insider transactions. Basically in the last 6 months, that means that it was basically the employees sold almost 7% of their stocks. Now for the institutional ownerships, currently we have 84.40%. And institutions transactions, basically on the last 3 months, they were selling, they were buying 2%. So at least it's a good sign that the hedge funds are starting to buy more stocks. Now going to the short float, we have now 2.35%, and right now the short radio we have a 1.55. Now jumping to the trading view, right now we have a pretty nice up, so that's the reason I really like it. So now let's zoom in just to make sure. Right now we have basically for the last the last day it was closed on 77.42, so it was on Friday, January 8th. So basically, for example, this is something that you can just keep in mind in case that you want to buy it. Right now is a little bit higher that I would like to take. I would like, and the best case scenario for in my case, it could be basically at $65, $66. I will wait in order that if there is an opportunity to go into this specific stuff, that would be okay. But some that they prefer or consider that this one is a good stock, yeah, for sure. I mean, actually, I consider that it's a very good stock. Actually, I already have some stocks. Yeah, I think that $77 is also just to at least you can just buy a couple of stocks, don't buy a lot. So now let's jump to the relative strength index indicator. Right now basically is overselling. Basically that means that there is more people that they want to buy more stocks. That's the reason it's 70 points. So yeah, this is something that also you can just keep in mind, okay? Okay, so the next slide, now we're having the sector median. Remember, as a kind reminder, basically this is a comparison that for similar competitors from MU. Basically, for example, one competitor can be like Intel. So that's the reason this is something that you can keep in mind. And also, for example, this is basically a comparison for the sector median. We have 34.95 points dollars, sorry, for the forward gap PE ratio. And currently we have a Micron technology in 23.05. So yeah, in comparison with the sector median, yeah, that's more than $10. So yeah, this is another selling point. In order that you want to at least buy this stock in the near future, you can just have it on your watch list and see if you can just buy it. Okay. Also, for example, now we just have the last points. Basically, now the comparison for the last years, how well was the pricing forward earnings or the PE forward PE ratio in this case. So currently, for the last couple of days, we have an average of 19.92. The last year it was 20.04. In 2019 it was 22.57. Forward PE ratio of 2018 it was an average of 3.53, super low. I will show you a little bit later. And 2017 4.35, 2016 11.17, 2015 16.23. So as you can see there, at least for the last years, if we consider at least the lowest forward PE ratio, it was in 2018. But as a kind reminder, remember that most of the stocks, they were super low because basically the market was basically was tending lower. Okay, so this is something that you want to keep in mind. So don't feel like, oh, I just need to wait until this forward PE ratio can be in the 5 or 6. No, don't worry about it. I think it's okay at least just to buy a bunch of stocks. If it can go lower than, for example, 12, I can consider. Like for example, in comparison to 2016, yeah, if it can go to 12, yeah, that would be for sure something that you want to buy. Okay, currently we have 19.92, so that means that it's okay, it's fair. Yeah, it's fair in comparison for the last years. I think it's fair, but yeah, it could be better. So we can just wait a little bit longer, a little bit, if it's possible that it can go lower, this Micron technology. Or for some people, they want to jump right away. Yes, you can just buy a bunch just to have it as an experiment. Yeah, because this one, yeah, they have a very good future. And also, yes, jumping again to the trading view. Now just let's zoom in this one. As you see, actually, for example, in the last couple of days, basically in the middle of December, it was in the price between the 67 to $72. So it was a pretty fair price. And actually, if we go back, for example, in November, sorry, if we go back to the, for example, November, as you see, basically it wasn't $49.50 a share. Now, yeah, it was in a bullish. It was in a bullish mode, this stock, but this is because now the tendency is basically the market is trying to say that it's a little bit more positive for this pandemic. As you see in March, we have a very lower share. Basically, it was an almost 32, $36 per share for the lowest. But yeah, now consistently is growing and growing and growing. Now zooming these two different highlights that I circulate in blue. Now I just want to let you know that currently we have earnings per share. Basically, for every stock that you own, basically you have our earnings of $0.72 per share. So yeah, this is something good. This is something positive, and actually it was just a little bit slightly higher than the reports, at least for the investors. So yeah, they increased the expectative. So yeah, so one of the things that's the reason the investors now are more confident to buy this stock. Okay. So now, in comparison for the last year, right now, basically this is something that we like, that the tendency can just go higher. This is another extra key point to consider to buy this stock in the near future. So currently, the last earnings per share in the last quarter in 2020 was in $0.72 per share, and in comparison with the fourth quarter in 2019, basically we have 0.44 cents per share. So yeah, this is something positive, and I really like this number. And now jump into this. This is a kind reminder that we don't have currently a dividend yield for this one. This is only a growing stock company, and they don't provide a dividend yield. Now the Micron stock target hiked by more than half of analysts as big demand turnaround seen in 2021. This report was provided by Wallace Witkowski. This report was in the January 8, 2021. Yeah, one of the highlights that I want to just mention is that basically Micron is well positioned thanks to the increase memory content associated with the artificial intelligence, cloud, 5G, and new game consoles. So as you remember, that's the reason I put the introduction. Right now, we just have two different resistance, as you see in these two different in blue that I provide. Basically, this is a tendency that we have. Actually, there is two different tendencies, at least for the analyst. Yeah, so right now we can just consider that maybe we can just buy this stock maybe less than 76. But for some conservative people, or they want to just play for a long term, yeah, that's very good just to check this tendency on the yellow. Basically in the yellow, yeah, at least we have maybe in the future it would be good to just buy that. Well, it says 60, but I think I consider that in the 65, 64, 60, hopefully it can go for that specific price. Yeah, and yes, for sure it would be a very good entry point just to access to this stock. So reminder that sometimes we just want to we are just waiting for another crash for the market. So finally, we just have a report. The weekly performance was 2.98%. The monthly performance was 5.78%. The last 3 months, 55.50%. The last 6 months, the performance was 52.70%, and basically in yearly performance was 36.62%. Currently, since this month of January, we have a 2.98% of performance. So yeah, so guys, I hope that you like this video. Please just give me in the comments what do you want me to analyze, or please just if you like this video in order that another people stocks to analyze. Okay, perfect. So thank you, and remember, eat, sleep, invest, and repeat. See you. Bye.